Okay. See what's on my YouTube. Okay. See what we have. There's no way. 700 subscribers? Yep. Time to hit record. Hello guys, this is an old Katamari fan here, and I want to say thank you guys for 700 subscribers. It's been a pleasure with you guys helping out and watching my content. I couldn't have done this without you guys, and we made a long ways ahead, didn't we? You guys were there for me this whole time, even when things were not okay. But, yeah. And for this 700 subscribers special, you might be wondering, well, we're going to be doing this. And if you don't know what is this, well, watch what happens when I scroll up. See all these cousins? That's right. We're doing this again. We're ranking all of the Katamari cousins from Katamari Damacy. We love Katamari. Me and my Katamari. Beautiful Katamari. Katamari Forever. Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. And then Once Upon a Katamari. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay. We're going to be starting off with the Dashing Prince. And then, yeah. We're going to go all the way from there to this cousin right there. We're starting off with this and end right over there. So yeah. But let's go. So here's the prince. Looks pretty intriguing, I guess. And I'm sorry if there's going to be different things that's going on with, you know, the thingy, like the 700, like the tier ranking, I guess. But oh well. The prince, he's going to go to S tier. Looks kind of cool. He's the main character, obviously. He kind of needs support. La la la. Probably A tier. I don't know what else to say. But she's naked. Which is very weird. Anyways, Nick. He's an obese cousin. And he likes to stuff food in his face, I guess, according to the Kingdom of Cosmos. And Katamari Damacy when he gets rolled up in Eternal 1. But yeah. Another news, I'm gonna put him in A tier. And Ace, he's I don't know. But in the comic I remember seeing him being like some sort of like cousin that thinks he's better than everyone else. Which is, I don't know what else to say, but maybe A, I don't know. And Johnson. He's just like the prince, but has a sideways head. Yeah. We might put him in B tier, I don't know. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit random over here. And Velvet. Velvet used to have no legs back in the time. But she got legs according to this photo, but they removed her legs again. So, maybe B? I don't know. Fujio. I like this cousin. It's pretty nice how he's kind of based off of Mount Fuji and that he has a mustache. Pretty cool stuff. Let's put him in the S tier. Havana. Havana is like a wide head cousin. Like very like extended side extended cousin. Only for its head part. So like it's pretty wide. That's what I'm trying to say. It's kinda cool. I might put him in the A tier. Peso. The name Peso is actually based off a like current some sort of some sort of currency in or money in Mexico. Which is kinda intriguing. But yeah. Back to voting. Peso, he looks kinda decent. Maybe B. I don't know. And Shikao. Shikao looks pretty fascinating that he's like a square, sideways square with TV box. I don't know. But he's going in the S tier, because why not? Odiko. I have a few friends that have favorite cousins like Odiko. And yeah, I have a friend called Dusty, and one of my family members, which is my brother, called Jacob. He actually likes Odiko a lot. And for their support, let's put him in the S tier, I meant. Sorry, guys. Honey. Looks pretty fascinating in my opinion. Maybe a Havana. No, that's Savannah right there. My apologies. I meant Marnie. Marnie is like some sort of tennis ball, according to what some people would say. But yeah, it's pretty nice that he's just swung around because of the game. Let's put him in the S tier. Now on to Kuro. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty decent, maybe alright, pretty nice. Could have been better if they brought back the second antenna from his reroll design. But still, he's going to A. Fumin. She's pretty nice. Yeah, let's put her in the S tier. June, the polka dot cousin. Looks pretty good. Or, yeah, pretty good. Let's put her in the A tier. Ichigo. She is a strawberry cousin, as seen right there, obviously. But, yeah. She looks pretty nice, in my opinion. I don't know what else to say, but pretty much an A tier. Going to the A. Marcy. She is going to the A tier as well. Sorry, Marcy fans, if she's not going to the S tier. It looks amazing, though, but just... yeah, I don't know what else to say. And Jamo. Formerly known as Columbo. But the name was Njamo for a reason. Changed to Njamo. Could have been better if he got his fur back, but maybe let's put him in C. Dip. Yep. Going straight to the S tier. I think he looks pretty cool. And same thing for Opio, because he's my main. Nickel. He is a robotic cousin with claw-like arms and wheels for legs. But yeah, looks pretty fascinating. I think he should go to the A tier. Jungle. Could be better if you guys transparency back in like the games, but it only appeared like a reroll design, but only for one of the cutscenes in Once Upon a Katamari. Could have been better. So it would be, I guess. Miso. Yeah. I think she will probably go to B as well. Now on to We Love Katamari Cousins. So yeah. Twinkle. Twinkle is a star-like cousin, but different shape according than like Dip. Dip is a starry cousin, but yeah. But more Dip is more like a disco starry like cousin. Twinkle is just a sturdily shaped like a star. But otherwise pretty cool. Going to the A tier. Huey. The Y-shaped cousin. Pretty nice as well. A tier. Nutsuo. Looks pretty good, actually. Might go straight to S tier. And maybe beyond as well. Just maybe. So let's put him right there in the S tier, because, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Kinoko. Well, sorry for the Kinoko fans out there, but it could have been better if they brought back the, design for, like, the past games, but they are, like, developers were more likely aiming for, like, concept design. But, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Maybe C tier? I don't know. Macho. Macho is a buff cousin in the game once. I mean, he's already in Once Upon a Katamari, but he's in the Katamari series, except for Katamari Damacy. He's a second cousin. But he's a buff cousin. He's also known for being pacifist, according to, like, the webcomic. But, yeah. Looks pretty cool. But, sorry guys, but I might have to put him in the A tier. Sorry guys. L'amour. Maybe she'll go to the B tier. And Daisy, I don't know. I don't know if that's my thing. I don't know what else to say besides just putting her in the. Uh, yeah. Let's just put her in B tier, actually. Sorry, guys. Or girls. Or the people that are watching right now. And Lucha looks pretty cool. Let's put him in the A tier. Mickey. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but putting her in the B tier. Odeon, kind of like the prince, but kind of weird. And I kind of like it weird. Just put him in the S tier. Same thing for Kankan. And, I don't know about Shy. So, put her in the B tier, I guess. Slip. Pretty cool that he's flat, but could have been better if they brought back, like, the like, tan outlines. Almost like the papers style. But otherwise, he's going to A tier. Drewby. She's a drill-like cousin. She's pretty much a boss. Just put her in the A tier. And Signalo, this is for Dusty. S tier. So yeah. And maybe let's actually put, like, you know, Marcy in the S tier. Just to make things fair for, like, yeah. Now on to me and my Katamari cousins. Or rookies, however you like to call them. And I'm sorry if I keep on checking my, like, recording status. Because sometimes I get worried if it stops or not. Otherwise, back to the ranking. Norn. I played as him before in the YouTube video, and like my first ever video of Katamari Damacy going live, and he looks pretty amazing. Even in the past games. So S tier for him. Ban. Well, B tier, I don't know. 9. Pretty cool design. How it's like a box, but inside the box is like a whole entire galaxy. So A tier for her or him, however we'd like to call it. Paula, pretty nice. Maybe A tier. Kenta, I like this cousin. He can go in the S tier. Same thing for Hans and Moo. And Puckle, yeah, he could kind of go in the S tier as well. Because why not? Now into beautiful Katamari cousins. Ryu. Ryu is like a ninja kind of cousin. And he looks kind of amazing as well. So, yeah. Let's put him in the A tier. Kunihiro. Kind of like Ucha, but wears red pants and has a gift box, some sort of thing, as like the head. So let's put him in the A tier, I guess. Kyun. Basically just a hair follicle with limbs and a red bulb on its like top, on the top of its body, I guess. Otherwise, let's put. Oops, sorry guys. Let's put Kyun in the maybe A tier. Let's do that. Mag looks amazing. Putting him in the him or her in the A tier. Harvest. I used to play as his cousin a lot back in Beautiful Katamari, but I don't know about her because I now do OBO. I do OBO nowadays, mostly, like playing wise. So let's just put her in the A tier, though I still respect her. And Pooh, maybe B. I don't know what to say. Sherman, pretty cool. S tier, because why not as well? The princess, let's give some respect to her by putting her in the S tier. Okay, now there's only 2 cousins for Katamari Forever, which is Dangle. Oh, wait, this is Drive. This is Dangle. The green cousin with tall hands for legs and short legs for hands. Kind of like a swap of some sorts. But that green cousin is Dangle or Brown, however you like to call it. And Drive is the car-like cousin. Red car like cousin with like no limbs but just a wheel. cartwheel. And he's also called Roger like for like European stuff. I don't know. Bron is also Bron. Bron is also a name as Dangle's like European name. But yeah. Let's vote. Let's see. Bron. It's I miss the old and before we even go back to this, I miss the old like voices of these two for like the Katamari Forever. But since they changed to like a squeaky voice, high pitched voice, something like that for those two, it's just kind of not my thing. But I will miss those old voices for those two, Drive and Dangle. Otherwise, let's go. Heat, Drive, might go in the A tier because of looks. Same thing for Dangle, but in S tier because he's kind of cool. Kind of cool concept for Dangle. Now the Katamari Damacy Rolling Live Cousins. Patch. Yes, that's his so then like Scarecrow like cousin called this is Patch. Patch is basically like the Prince, I guess. Kind of a redesign for the Prince, but with the heart. Right there. So maybe a B, I don't know. Milky. She's amazing. Let's put her in the A tier. Jack. This is very freaking awesome. I had to say that. Cause yeah, I don't know. But anyways, S tier, that's where Jack is going. The S tier. Catherine. Maybe A, but I don't know. I'm into cats, but I don't know, just not trying to be like sounding like a guy who supports like like furries. Sorry guys, just not trying to be like that guy that supports for like you know. Sorry. But anyways, let's go to Cameron. They're pretty alright, but maybe A. Phil, maybe an A as well. We've done Flair before, but not like Salsa. Yes, that's this ketchup bottle name. That's the name for this ketchup bottle like cousin called. Yes, it's called Salsa. Because salsa is basically made out of tomatoes, and ketchup is like also made out of tomatoes. So like, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, we're doing Flair. Flair looks like he's pretty amazing, so S tier he goes in. And Salsa, I don't know. Maybe B tier. And now for the Once Upon a Katamari cousins, plus the Young King. That's the king of all cosmos, but in his young form. That's what it is. For y'all. Okay, Tamago. Tamago it's like a sushi omelet egg thingy, like cousin. And he's basically based off like just like that. Yeah. You know what I mean. But I don't know, but sorry guys, but he's going into B tier. I just don't know what else to say. Asura. Ashura? I don't know how it's pronounced, but maybe you guys know how it's pronounced. I don't know. Anyways, this cousin of Sora, I'll call him Asura. Anyways, Asura, he looks pretty amazing. Right? He has 3 faces, each of them being like different expressions. Like his front face right now, neutral, second face, angry, and then the last and third and last face being sad. But yeah, he's going in the S tier, which is pretty cool. And he also has arms for like decoration, which is pretty amazing. Shamba, yep. Well, crap. Sorry, guys. Just he's going in the S tier. Just my computer said, nope, you're not doing that. Charlie. Um, so she's almost like Drive, but it's like but instead she's based off like a Japanese tea doll. So yeah, but even like even though she has a rivalry with Drive, let's put her in the same place as Drive, I guess, by putting her in the A tier, which Drive is in it as well. Clay. Clay is like based off of a Niwa. He doesn't. He has a face, but it doesn't move in the game. So maybe an A tier. Whaleson. Yep. He's going straight into the S tier because I think he's amazing. So yeah. Lucky. I thought she was going to be pretty cool until I saw the top of her head. If you don't know what she looks like, why don't you do research on like Katamaripedia of like this character called Lucky. She's based off like a magical mallet. Magic mallet. But yeah. If you don't know what the top of her looks like, she's bald. Bald. But let's just put her in the B tier. Cacta. Cacta isn't cactus-like cousin. He kind of shares the same head as like Odiko. Yeah. I don't know about this cousin, but it's just not my thing, I guess. So C tier, maybe. I don't know. Clip Clop. It's kind of cool that he's based off like a horse, but not kind of cool enough for me, I guess. Let's put him in the A tier. Para. He's based off like the Pharaoh, like the Great Pharaoh. Yeah, cause he's like, cause Para. Yeah, they basically each year like same stuff. So let's make him go to the A tier because he looks kind of amazing. Cosme. He is a paintbrush like cousin. He's also into like Japanese stuff, like ancient Japanese stuff. And he's found in the King's cutscene in Once Upon a Katamari. Usually he paints like cool stuff about the king and other stuff. But yeah. Otherwise, based off his design, he's going to straight to the S tier. And for the young king, I know he's technically not a cousin, but at the same time he looks like a cousin. So maybe he is a cousin, but he's the he was the prince's father. And this is a young state. And he was like he got had very harsh like time. No thanks to his strict father, the High King. Until later on the more he grew up, the less the High King got less abusive. Yeah. But otherwise, looks maybe an A. So yeah, guys. There you go. That's the Once Upon a Katamari update for the Katamari Cousins tier ranking, plus Salsa and the Young King of all Cosmos, which was part of the 700 subscribers special. Just to let you guys know. Hope you guys like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!